All right, we are live. Happy Australia Day, everyone. I wanted to talk about some of the things that I'm celebrating today. Of course, everyone wants to talk about Invasion Day this and Invasion Day that, as if it's going to close the gap. But Australia Day to me and my family is about, as a family, we'd come here from overseas. My grandparents on my mum's side came to this country from Lebanon, and my dad, when he was four, came here from Syria when he was 4 years old. Actually, from Lebanon when he was 4 years old, but he's half Syrian. And it's about coming to a country where we respect the rule of law, where we have equality between the sexes, where we have the opportunity to actually build something. In the Middle East, especially in Lebanon, oh my gosh, if you want something done, you've got to be corrupt. Like, you've got to pay off, the judge or the this or the that. And it's absolutely crazy getting anything through the bureaucracy. You got to pay your way through. It's a lot more of a dangerous place. I mean, Australia, you know, after the last 2 years, I'd forgive you for thinking that it's a really bad country. And I think that's a part of the point. I think a part of the point of why a lot of us patriotic Australians are so heartbroken about the last 2 years is that, Australia got something right. It did. It got something right before the last 2 years. And it was those family values that we passed down. It was those that camaraderie we had, throwing it's not just throwing a snag on the barbie. There's something deeper about it. There's a grit about this nation that we associate with the Anzac soldiers. And, I see that in the people I meet every day, at every protest, at every, event that I end up being at. And that's something that's worth celebrating. Those people are still in this country and they just lack leadership. And I guess, you guys almost always hear me say that Trumpian line, let's make Australia great again. Well, it's not that Australia was great. It's that we had really great values once upon a time. And it's about a return to that nostalgia. It's about returning to that time of calm and a time of actually, making the country great and making your family great and making your community great. That was a time when we had leadership. So this Australia Day, I'll be up at Terrigal. I'll be there with my family. I'll be, at the beach enjoying, this uneasy peace with the government, not locking us down. But I'm under no illusions. The last 2 years can easily turn around badly once again. We're in a bit of a break still. They're only going easy on us because there's elections coming up. But I just wanted to reflect on Australia Day with you guys because, you know, we're taught to be guilty about our history, about things that happened before our time. And I'm not just gonna sit here and take that. I didn't do anything wrong. My family came here from overseas. And even if they did something, how can you judge the son for the sins of the father? And so today I will be celebrating what a great country this is. And in terms of closing the gap with Aboriginal people, calling it Invasion Day and changing the date or even abolishing Australia, that's not going to close the gap. What's going to close the gap is the same thing that we need to do for all Australians, and that's self-empowerment. On an individual basis, each person has their own issues, but it's self-empowerment ultimately. And that comes through a dose of Jordan Peterson, and that comes through, a number of government programs, not too big, but ones that are able to utilize a community's strengths and understand and have a bit more tact. But changing a date and virtue signaling, that doesn't actually solve anything. But I just want to reflect on those things today, guys. I'm going to keep it short, but I'll be out today. I'll be celebrating, and I'll be celebrating the values that we had in the past and what we're trying to resurrect with the good Australians that are still around. I'll see you all later. Take it easy. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.